What's the pros and cons to kind of having that like camp style life on the water?
No neighbor's ever gonna show up.
Yeah.
How many ducks do you think you lose a year to like alligators?
To a bunch.
Because I mean, y'all get most of y'all's food like while you're out there.
If we didn't see 30, 40 pairs of eyes that were all alligators, we didn't see one.
Is that what you guys mostly have, is water moccasins?
Water moccasins, or we call them cottonmouths here.
You ever seen those pythons down in South Florida?
With all the different things you can go have a rodeo for, snakes ain't one of them.
So I gotta ask, y'all done camping on the water, of course, at y'all's lease, and you've done camping on dry land at like a normal house. What would you say you prefer after experience what y'all have done the past 7 years? Like, what's the difference? What's the pros and cons to kind of having that like camp style life on the water versus like being on land?
The pros is that no neighbor's ever gonna show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? You gotta hear a boat.
I like having to get to it by
so.
boat.
Mm-hmm.
Having to get to a camp by boat's just a pretty cool, unique experience, you know. It really kind of, once you leave the dock, you know, your reality disappears until you're back at the dock. You know, you kind of just you're out on your own, and whatever happens, you know.
Ain't no DoorDash out there.
No, that's the only con is that if you forget anything, you forgot it. There's no gas station. You know? You got to bring plenty of beer to make sure we don't run out.
Beer and shotgun shells.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the two most important things. The rest we can cook out there.
If you look under everyone's bunk, there's beer and shotgun shells.
Because I mean, y'all get most of y'all's food like while you're out there too, right? Like besides like bringing some stuff for like the fixins and all that. But I mean, y'all mainly catch when y'all are out there. Y'all are mainly either killing or catching what y'all are eating for dinner, right?
Yeah. Fresh. That's when it's the best.
What Jay likes to say, if the hunting or the fishing's bad, he always likes to make the comment, it's gonna be a long gravy.
Eating a lot of rice tonight, boys.
Well, how's hunting been so far for y'all this year? Y'all have had some good success, at least when y'all been out. And I mean, I've seen some stuff to where, at least at the beginning of the year, it looked like y'all had a good shoot opening weekend.
Did all right, but it's been rough. We haven't even limited on our property yet this year. That's rare. Last year I did ever not limit out. So it's been a complete 180 from last year. But that drought really hurt us from last year. We did really good because we had water. The problem with the drought is that we pulled in some salt water and it killed all of our grass. So our whole lease is open late now.
It's never ideal when you can run an outboard and a duck lease.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of that, I mean, did y'all grew up like hunting the marshland and like maneuvering around all the grass fields and stuff like that? Like, what's it like growing up hunting like that kind of way? Is it kind of difficult because you never know like if your paths change and stuff, or like what's that like?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So like growing up the way we used to do it, I mean, and even Jay, like we used to build permanent blinds, but the problem with doing that, like pull-in blinds or whatever, is that the marsh changes so much. There'll be a year you hunt, you build a big blind, you hunt it. The following year, you won't be able to even get to it because the floton's done grown all the way around it. There's no way to even access that blind. So we kind of transitioned over the years to where we kind of just build temporary pull-in blinds where you just pull in by mud boat, and we just kind of build them as the weeks progress throughout the season.
Okay.
And just the way we grew up doing it, you don't realize what you're doing because that's what you do, right? When you go other people's places, you take a side by side, you walk 10 foot, you're like, man, this is this is how other people do it. Like, so that's the only way we knew, right? As kids, it was I'd always prefer that just because I have the most and best memories the way we do it. But I do enjoy going other places and seeing how other people do it as well. But actually, my favorite way to hunt is always going to be the way that we do, right? Because that's what I know I'm best at, right?
All right, I got a question for you. You guys got problems with snakes? I don't like snakes.
Not as much as you would think.
No. But I've been
But when we see them, ain't nothing like a good snake's a dead snake.
Yeah.
You said you got bit, Jay?
Yeah, about a grass snake on the front of camp. messing with it, trying to get it out or something, and it bit me. I don't mess with them no more. They die. But if you see when we cook, where we cook at the camp, they have an AC unit right on top of the stove, that blows into our living room. 2 years ago, Juice, just the guard from the show, was cooking, started cooking supper. He got the pot was underneath the AC unit, and he started cooking it. All of a sudden, we hear a scream. About 4 or 5 foot water moccasin was in that AC unit and jumped out and almost landed in the pot. Went out and got out the door. We didn't get it, but you should have seen that sucker flipping, flopping around that stuff. So now we're extra cautious around there and make sure. But really don't have a problem because we don't keep food there. No reason for snakes to be on the houseboat would be for mice. And as long as you keep the mice away, you'll keep the snakes away.
Is that what you guys mostly have? Is water moccasins?
Yeah.
And they're mean, man.
Snakes.
They're ornery.
Yeah. I don't
A lot
mess
of king
with them.
snakes, rat snakes, but I mean the most popular poisonous one is
Yeah.
Water moccasin.
water moccasins, or we call them cottonmouths here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen those pythons down in South Florida?
Yeah, that's
I've
crazy.
seen them, but we don't have those
Yeah.
here.
No, but they do snake catching competitions because they're invasive. And all these
Right,
guys
right.
go down into the Everglades. They see who can catch the biggest python. I'm like, no way, dude. No
You can have
way.
that one too.
Like 16 foot. There ain't no way I'm messing with a snake 3 times.
Something
the
that
size.
something that can choke you out. Hell no.
Choke you out and choke you down.
Yeah.
With all the different things you can go have a rodeo for, snakes ain't one of them.
I heard
Amen to that. So, boys, with when y'all are hunting out there, I mean, like when y'all are calling at those birds, is it normal? Like you're using a normal mallard call? Is it more of like a teal, or is it like you're using a whistle? Like what?
A lot of
We use
whistle, a
a
lot of
lot
blue and teal call.
Mhm.
Little light quacking for gadwalls, but I mean, like, we use mallard calls in a different fashion because that's really what all calls are made for. In all
Yeah.
honesty. But I mean, we don't see mallards. You might see one or two. a
But
year.
ducks don't really work here like they do there. It's just y'all have, a lot smaller areas of water. We're hunting over marshlands for miles and miles. So a lot of them are just pass by birds, and they'll pass by and hover over the decoys, but then gray ducks or gadwalls will work every now and then, but other than that, it's really just luck of the draw, them passing over in range kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Well, I mean, because I grew up hunting in Alabama on the Tennessee River, so I mean, hunting that big water, I know what you're talking about. You just got birds flying up and down the big water, not really
Right.
caring, but then you're just hoping you got enough decoys out to catch their eye to get them interested.
Exactly. We shoot a lot of passing shots.
How many ducks do y'all think? And you might not lose any, but how many ducks do you think you lose a year to like alligators?
To a bunch.
A lot.
Bunch.
And bald eagles.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've probably lost, and this is a horrible year for us, but I've probably lost 20 already to an alligator.
Golly.
Opening weekend, me and Jay went out to one of the leases to go hunt. Me, him, and Jean Paul actually, and we pulled into this one little pond where they had some grass we were gonna hunt, and he kicked his spotlight on. If we didn't see 30, 40 pairs of eyes, and I'm talking about a tiny pond, we didn't see 30, 40 pairs of eyes that were all alligators. We didn't see one. So I mean,
Yeah, it's bad.
we lost I think 2 ducks that hunt.
Yeah, we did. I had guys come in that wanted to shoot a wood duck. I took them on a hunt. They shot a beautiful Drake wood duck, and before I could get to it in the boat, an alligator grabbed it.
So is
Y'all-
it basically like once you shoot them, I mean, y'all are ripping ass
they
to get
know.
over to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that certain pond, not all of them are like that. That certain pond. That he's talking about it.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
there's
that.
really nothing you can do about it too. You're kind of just either, like you said, start the boat and haul ass and get over there, or just take the risk of potentially losing that duck. So
Well, I'm not
That's
coming. I
crazy.
might like y'all, but I ain't going hunting with you then. I don't do snakes and gators, boys.
well, we
Just
stay
don't
in a
fall
boat.
over. Yeah, just don't fall over.
They're not
like we swimming with
standing.
'em.
They're not standing in the water. They're hunting in the boat.
Yeah. Don't fall over. Don't piss us off. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys leave with 5 people on the boat? Why are there only 4? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
But you just got to be quick when you got to jump in that water to take a bath.
That's right. That's right. Real quick.
Not me. I'm out.
That's right.
I'm out.
We got a shower. Don't worry.
I like the other thing I like about what y'all do is put the food on the table. It don't have to be deer. It can be or ducks. It can be squirrels. It can be whatever, man. Like, I don't know. I like cooking like y'all do, and I like good food. So that's kind of always been one of my things too. Like, I don't care what it is. I like cooking it, man.
Yeah. You can make anything good. Just got to learn. I believe in any animal is edible. Just got to cook in some certain way.
Yeah.
It's all about the preparation and
might need to be smoked. It might need to be something, but everything can,
Y'all ever cooked any of the nutria rats? Was that what they are, right?
I've never cooked them, but I've heard of people cooking them, and I heard there's like a gland you got to remove, but once you remove the gland, it's good. Because, I mean, they eat grass.
Yeah, I've ate it before. I mean, it's decent. If I was I wouldn't starve to death out there. If I had to, I would eat more. Our supermarkets are still open, so it ain't got that desperate.